Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to Eternal Darkness. Last time, we went through Elia's chapter, spending some time in Cambodia, roughly 1,000 years after Pius. We met the corpse god Mantarok, and she met kind of a sad fate. We also got to watch a conversation between Pius and Xel'lotath. I'm gonna choose blue for this LP. So, pale blue statuette. Let's claim it.
Eons have passed since then, and I have learned much. All at once, I understood. The forces of the multiverse all made sense under the transcending power of Ulyaoth. No mountain too high, no city too far. Face me, and you shall surely perish. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion. Thy presence is long missed, my liege.
The universe is a yawning chasm, filled with emptiness and the puerile meanderings of sentience. Why should you deserve special consideration within it, Augustus, above all else?
I am your servant, my lord. As always, that and nothing more.
Yes, that and nothing more. What revelations do you bring me?
My meditations reveal a flaw in our plan.
Our plan, Augustus? Mantarok is a shadow ebbing in the light of our glory. It and the others are slow, weak, bound by the realm of the universe. Unable to unite to fight a common foe, they will fall one by one. Unfortunately, this is beyond your understanding. The binding of Mantarok will seal their fate as its power over us is diminished. Such an irony that the Keeper itself be imprisoned within the walls of its own magic.
But what of its essence? Is that not the core of its remaining power?
Upon my seeping into the corporeal world, I will be the dominant over all, Mantarok included. Your worries are unfounded. You must turn your attention to Charlemagne the Frank. His continued presence within the world is far more serious to our cause.
As you wish, Master. He will be dead before the week is out.
Sorry, wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. We got to watch a conversation between Pius and Ulyaoth. And we managed to find a new chapter page, Suspicions of Conspiracy. Also, I didn't point it out, but you'll notice since we got introduced to the sanity meter last time, Alex now has it. And because she's been reading through the book, she's losing a bit of her sanity. Yeah, she's not at complete full there. So I say, let's take another hit on that sanity meter, and read the chapter page, Suspicions of Conspiracy.
From my research, it is apparent that the endeavors of mankind are mere puppetry at the hands of the ancients. Whenever a king vows reform, the ancients move quickly to stifle it. Under the auspices of Emperor Charlemagne the Frank, the new Holy Roman Empire was at the height of its power. Hanc mit ad dominum, et imperatorum nostrum, carolum magnum francum.
Deliver this to our Lord and Emperor Charlemagne the Frank. No one but him must see it. They are words for his eyes only. At once.
Sorcery is this? A spell? I am bewitched. If this was meant for Charlemagne, then what will become of him? I have to warn him of this treachery.
So we're actually slightly farther back in time. I forgot this doesn't go in complete chronological order. Meet Anthony. He's got actually a pretty decent health bar, pretty decent sanity bar. Let's look at his scroll here. Message scrolls like this were often used to transfer messages securely. This one has a strange diagram on it consisting of a pentagonal shape with strange letters at each corner. When Anthony had opened the scroll, something strange happened. That something had been intended for the Emperor Charlemagne. Suspecting a plot against the Emperor, Anthony pledged that he would warn Charlemagne at all costs. So he's a good guy. Hopefully nothing too bad happens to him as a result of that. After Anthony briefly describes his mission, the monk informs him that Charlemagne was last seen in audience with the bishop in the visiting chamber. Good to know. Anthony's presence is questioned by the monks, feeling that he's trespassed upon sacred ground. The monk seems rather subdued, perhaps out of respect, or perhaps out of fear? Interesting, we've got some other people to interact with here. Visibly disturbed with grief and despair, the monk sobs pitifully. He recounts that this is not the only death to have occurred recently, and wonders if perhaps the order is being punished for a wavering in faith. The monk cordially greets Anthony. However, he brings grave news of the loss of one of his order, who fell from the tower to his death. His tone is guarded, leaving Anthony wondering if indeed this is the truth. And can't talk to you. Let's examine this, shall we? A funeral casket made from unfinished wood. It is not properly sealed and could probably be opened. Sure, what's the worst that could happen if we open the casket? Ooh.
What happened? This devil's work. We should get out of here.
You have proven what we have feared the most. This poor man has been the victim of great evil. Look how his body has been defiled, as if something has burst out from inside him. Here, take this for your protection. And find the bishop. He must be informed of this horrible discovery.
Anthony has acquired a Scramasax. Let's take a look at that, shall we? This Frank and Saxon weapon relies on a hefty blade to deliver deadly cutting and slashing attacks. It does not have a handguard, as it was designed for offensive rather than defensive fighting. So, somewhat similar to the Gladius. We've got a sword, yay. Now, let's see. I don't think there's anything to interact with up here. Yeesh. Peering inside the casket, Anthony sees the body of a monk. His raiment is that of his order, stained with blood that has seeped from many grievous wounds. It is truly disturbing sight. Let's see. Over here is a door. Muffled voices emanate from inside the bishop's visiting chamber. However, the door is locked, and Anthony will need the bishop's key to enter and gain an audience with Charlemagne. So we know where Charlemagne is, and we need to warn him, but we can't get in there yet. I don't think... Yeah, nothing to do on the right side here. Come on, go through the pew. And can we exit? Anthony cannot leave yet. Charlemagne must be warned of the conspiracy against him. Let's look at our map. Just simple room here. We're going to explore around quite a bit. Let's head upstairs, since that's the only way we can go. And, ooh. Let's something happened and he's been warped to a different room. In fact, there's some statues here. Pius Augustus, except his statue's been destroyed. Maybe to do with that bit we did in the temple. Or the fact that he's, gone evil. We've got Elia, which is interesting. And we've got a couple blank places here. Also, the floor is screaming. This is mildly terrifying. Cradled in what appears to be a leathery hand lies a mysterious book. It is bound in human skin and intricately decorated with shrunken bones. It beckons and yearns to be possessed. Should Anthony claim the Tomb of Eternal Darkness? I think he has to. So, he has it, and now he gets flashes of memory of what came before, and he has the tome. So, experience spells and enchanted items can be stored for future use. That's gonna start to play a role going forward. Uh-oh. Looks a little worse for wear there as a result of what happened with his, well, let's just say looking at the scroll that wasn't meant for him. Ooh, a blue urn rests upon the shelf. Cool. Let's take a look at that. This urn has been glazed with a rich cobalt blue shellac, instilling it with an otherworldly spectral character. It has a strange sigil on its side. Those sigils again. What happens if we use it? While fumbling around, the urn slips from Anthony's stiff fingers, dashing itself into fragments as it hits the floor. Picked up a broken blue urn. And a magical rune. You could hear something kind of rattling around inside there. Here is a big part of the game, spells. Runes are the key element in creating spells. By collecting and combining runes in different ways, different spells can be created. Spells are magical incantations that enhance a character's natural abilities. Spell list. The spell list is an inventory of all the spell information that has been acquired. It will allow the player to select which spells to cast, examine, or assign to convenient quick spell buttons. Selecting new spell will allow a player to experiment with rune combinations and discover new spells. The Rune Section is an inventory of all the components of magical spells you've acquired, and the quick spell function, the player can review their current assignment of spells to the quick spell buttons. So, we got a rune that, interesting, we don't really know what it's about, but we'll figure it out in time. We don't have any spells, we can't really experiment because we don't have enough components. We'll keep wandering around and more stuff will be made clear. Bunch of papers here, and oh, what's this? A mysterious gold medallion rests upon the desk. What's the harm in picking it up, huh? Anthony acquired a Circle of Power. Circles of power describe the amount of power that a spell will have. The more points within that circle, the stronger the spell will be. So, spells always have to have 3 elements minimum. So a 3-point circle of power is going to be the weakest spell we can cast. We'll eventually get some more runes and figure that out. Nothing here. Ooh, amongst the tomes and manuscripts, a book brings attention to itself. Oddly pristine on the dusty shelf, it doesn't quite belong. Let's move the book. And hey, it opened a secret passage. I don't think there's anything over on this one. Bewildering array of books and tomes sorted neatly on a set of shelves. Mostly books of a religious nature. They sit beneath a skein of dust as if no one has touched them. Oops, nope, I don't want to look at it again. So, secret passage, let's climb down the ladder. And hello. We've got an enemy with a rune inside him. Chop off his head. Now, you'll notice green enemies still have the essence of a head hiding behind when it's chopped away. It gives them an advantage that they can still chase you and see you even with their physical head chopped off. But he's down. Let's finish him off. And we get a magical rune. You'll notice the first one had a color. One of the 3 colors we've been stumbling across. Because we chose the blue path at the beginning of the game, it gave us the red one here. Had you chosen green, it would give you blue, and had you chosen red, it would give you green. So we've got this rune, and now we've got this one. Again, we don't really know what they're for, but presumably we will find out in time. You can take a little bit of my sanity, and I'll just let you die. Hey, set him on fire. That's a useful thing to do. But we need to rush to his aid. Okay, take them out. Oh, I'm too high. You know what? We'll finish you off, but we won't finish the other one off. There, let him drop. And I'm going to pick up the torch. That is another weapon. And also, if you equip it, well, let's check it first. The torch, or brand, is a common source of illumination from ancient times. The torch can be used to light Anthony's way or set fire to enemies. Oh, and I forgot to check this. Broken blue urn. Perhaps it can be repaired? Let's equip the torch. While we have it equipped, it actually lights our way. And yes, you can use it as a weapon and set fire to enemies. Do note, if you burn an enemy, you don't get sanity back. Grateful for his life, the monk tells Anthony what happened. He was carrying a sacred urn from the baptismal font when he was confronted by the bishop, who was brandishing a large blade and whose eyes burned with an evil fire. Frightened, the monk dropped the urn out of shock and ran. Returning to retrieve the urn, he found only the sword the bishop had left behind. With thanks, he gives the bishop's sword to Anthony. Anthony acquired a 2-edged sword. So, specifically, if you save him, you get the 2-edged sword. It's sort of like when Elia saved the other guy, she got her sword repaired. A heavy, single-handed sword with 2 cutting edges. It is commonly known as a bastard sword or hand-and-a-half sword, for the length of the hilt, which can fit in one hand with the other for support. Let's take a look at this. It's a big sword. Yeah, and it does a lot more damage than the Skremis axe. So this is a missable item. We definitely want to grab that. Let's wander around. Let's see. Hey, look at that. There's some stuff on the floor. A piece of the broken green urn. Another piece of it. Mix. This is a new function here. It allows you to combine 2 or more items from the inventory into one. So we have a couple green urn pieces. 2/3 of the broken green urn, which means there's one more to find. What's over here? There it is. It was just blending in with the ground. So let's mix them together. And we get the broken green urn. So green and blue urn, both together, both broken. Maybe find a way to repair them in time. Do you say anything else? The monk ambles around nervously, as if half expecting the demonic bishop to return at any moment. Doesn't bode well that the bishop is apparently more than a little creepy. And hey, another rune. And this. A carved stone tablet lies on the stone floor. Anthony has acquired a magical codex. Codex. Runes cannot be understood without a codex. Without a codex, runes in your possession will remain a mystery. So, you know how we don't know what this one is? We don't know what this one is? Well, we know that this rune is Magamor, or item. We don't have the rune yet, but we know what it is. So to properly understand spells, you need both the rune and the codex. Aha! And we got the Magormor rune. We burned him. He's gone. So you've checked the runes now. You can see not only do we have it, but it's glowing because we know what it means. So we need to still find the codex for these. I could attempt to create a new spell by selecting those runes, but I'm going to hold off for just a little bit. Uh-oh. That spell's hurting him even more. He is not looking good. And more of the enemies fighting themselves. Oh, you know what? You get to burn. While you guys fight each other. Oh, yeah, watch out. The blue guys have a special ability where they will blow up when they die. That's it. Oh, you're down for the count. And slab of etched stone sits on the pedestal. Magical codex for Chattur'gha. That is the red rune. Obviously, as I said, if you picked a different color, you would have a different one here. A disturbing rendition of a monstrous devil. It is contorted into what appears to be a fountain. What sickly liquid is this draining into the pool, trickling from a scum-encrusted spout? Yuck. Well, let's grab this. A red urn sits beside the fountain. Filled red urn. So let's go back here and check this. The urn has been glazed with a deep red shellac, giving it the sheen of a bloody heart recently torn from its host body. Ooh, gross. Has a strange sigil on its side, filled with a foul-smelling liquid. If you try to use it, it just says you cannot use that now. So maybe we need to find a way to repair the other urns and then fill them with the same liquid. Ooh, is that bugs crawling down the wall? Now, it seems like we have nowhere to go, but if you check the map, not that helpful here. Let's just try burning this. I guess I could have interacted and viewed it first, but much like we saw earlier, you can burn away those to reveal doors. You... Haha! Got you. And, ooh. Monk accessing a hidden area. Interesting. Well, first things first, we've got an ancient stone tablet for Antorbach, which should now mean, yep, all three of our spells, Chattur'gha, Magormor, Antorbach, which is project, we have both the rune and the codex for it. And if we examine this, oh, that's on the floor, not the table. An iron plate in the floor is carved with 3 curious circles. Dried splashes have marked its pockmarked and worn surface. Circles, it's been splashed. You probably see where this is going. But check the table, for amongst the books on the table rests an ancient scroll of what appears to be paper. Anthony acquired the Enchant Item Spell Scroll. You've just discovered the Enchant Item Spell, Chattur'gha, Antorbach, and Magormor. So, you can cast it. This allows the player to cast spells that have been found or researched. You can assign it to a quick cast. You can assign your most used spells to a button that will enable the casting of spells without having to choose them from the book each time. And through the check function, you can examine the contents of each spell scroll that have been acquired. So, let's examine it. A torn scroll illustrated with a geometric symbol is accompanied by a small note. The note reads, "That which is broken shall be fixed. That which is dull will be sharp. Thus is the nature of the enchant item magic." The spell requires Antorbach and Magormor. So, we can assign it. We'll select power level 3, and you select your alignment. We only have the red one, but we'll select that. Spells can be cast directly from the book section or assigned to one of the 5 quick spell slots. Pressing one of the quick spell buttons illustrated will assign the spell to that button, allowing the casting spells without retracing these steps. We need to select a button to assign it to. I'm going to do up on the D-pad. Enchant item has been assigned. And we have our third meter, magic. This meter represents a character's magical energy. When a spell is cast, the level will get lower. The meter regenerates whenever the character is in motion. So we have magic, we have spells, the enchant item spell. I say let's cast it. Power level 3, and let's enchant the broken green urn. The item's been repaired. Now, much like Elia's heal spell, if you move while it's casting, the spell will fail and you'll still have spent the magical energy. You know what, let's do the quick one. Press up from below, and now we select an item to enchant. Let's enchant the Blue Urn. Yay, it's been repaired. And why not? Let's also enchant a sword. This item is now enchanted. It's glowing with red energy. It is more powerful. Now, enchantments do not last forever. They do wear off over time. Religious texts of an unspeakable nature written in languages utterable only by monsters or corrupt humans. Ooh. Over here, same thing. And the bishop passed through this secret door. There has to be a way to get through it. You probably already figured out. Stand on this, and it opens the door. But step off it, and it goes back. What you need to do is, let's use an urn. Although the urn appears to sit correctly in place on the pressure plate, it does not appear to be heavy enough to depress it. Let's pick it up. What you need to do is place the filled one. So it's not heavy enough on its own. Let's go back. I love this glowy red sword. And we should be here at the water. Go ahead and use the blue urn. Dunking the urn into the foul-smelling fountain, it becomes filled to the brim with rank fluid. It's a lot heavier now and rife with fodor. Feeder? Fodor? Not really sure how to pronounce that word. And we'll fill the green one while we're here. Perfect. Head on back. Could use the torch to light our way, but for now I want to keep this sword out because who knows what we're going to find. Not heavy enough. Oh, well, now Anthony's standing on it. But let's use the blue one. And the door is open. And we can step off it because the 3 filled jars are enough to weigh it down. Let's head on through. Now, if we go through here, keep expecting something to be around the corner.
So, you have come to return my book. Very well then. For your efforts, I promise a quick and merciful death.
It's time to fight the bishop. Use that sword, do some enhanced damage to him, chop at his head. He keeps draining our sanity the longer the fight goes on, so there we go. Chop his head off. Alright, take care of these guys, and you know what? Get the bishop's key, and let's finish him off. Get a little bit of sanity back. I'll let the other guys just stew there. A shrine to a god that bespeaks of an ancient evil that graced the earth before mankind walked its valleys. Eesh. Yeah, you guys can just crawl along and stay there. Oh, he's really, really not doing good. That's gross. Let's wander through, and oh! Oh, yeah. See, one hit to knock off the head, another one to the body, literally chops his body in half. This is a powerful weapon. Oh, nope. There we go. Swing. And I'm not going to bother finishing these guys off. Oh, you can see our enchantment wore off. So we've got full magic again. Let's enchant it one more time. Make it more powerful. And I forgot to check the bishop's key. This is a gold gem-encrusted bishop's key. Its form echoes the likeness of a bishop's scepter. This is the key to the bishop's room. And you know what? Does this say anything when it's enchanted different? No. I didn't think so. And we get introduced to something new. This is, I think they're called trappers. If you walk near them, they'll set off and zap you. And you get teleported to a strange place. And what you can do is you can use this. It's called the Trapper Dimension. It sprawls in every direction. Whilst in this place, magic cannot be cast and humans are subjected to odd phenomena. The portals cycle from color to color as time progresses and only the quick will escape. So you'll notice our sanity is really low. Our health and magic are fine. If you follow the colors, you want to step on the one that will restore what you want to restore. So let's go for green. We got an enemy over here. Let's kill him real quick. Bye-bye. And, I won't finish you off right now. Stand on this glowy spot over here. It refills your sanity. So yeah, you get to pick one of the things to completely refill if you need to. And you know what? Let's finish you off. If you try to step on this, it doesn't teleport you back. So you can actually use the trappers to refill your health if need be, or your sanity, or your magic if it's real low. Note if you step on the purple one, it just takes you right to the exit. You don't get to refill anything. So let's get out of here. Back where we were. We've got the bishop's key. Let's hurry and try to save Charlemagne. Trappers have no eyes, but can sense sound very well. If Anthony can sneak past them, they won't be trouble. So let's see, is there one around here? Yeah, over there. You can actually tiptoe without alerting it. Or you just run and get out of its way before the blast hits you. Yes, chop, chop. Chop them down. Sadly, because I restored his sanity to full, we're not really getting a ton of sanity effects with him, but I figure I won't restore any more sanity. Hello. Nope, don't say anything new. Note, you can attack friendly people. Don't do it. You don't get anything out of it. It doesn't change anything. Just, there's no point in attacking them. Ooh. Oh, he's looking bad. Oh, you're still here. And he gets back up. I'm gonna run from you. I don't want to deal with you at all right now. And back up top, we meet something new. Is a big guy. 3 mouths, giant hulking beast. And a portal's put in place. We cannot escape out. So what we need to do is attack him. Try to attack his different heads. Ooh, ow. To wound him. There we go. All 3 heads gone with the enchanted 2-handed sword. Well, hand and a half sword. And he will die. And what's my sanity? I am not going to kill you. I'm not going to finish you off. Let you just disappear. Those take a lot of sanity away, and they refill a lot when you kill them. But we don't need to worry about that. Do need to worry about you, though. Just swinging away like that. Yeah, here. It's easiest to really, go for the head first and then the body with this sword. An easy 2-hit kill. I don't think there's any more enemies here. So we have the key. It says the same thing. Let's... our sword enchantment disappeared, but that's fine. Let's use the bishop's key. Open the door.
You are a fool for trying to save him, Anthony. His fate was decided many centuries ago, as is the fate of this world. Despite your faith, there is little to save you from the power of Ulyaoth.
That's gross. And that's a new enemy we're going to start encountering. Very creepy. But that completes Anthony's chapter. And we're back here with Alex. And you'll notice her sanity is just a little lower. And she has a magic meter now. And she has all the spells, all the runes, everything that Anthony did. Enchant item is set. So, what's the first thing we should do? Let's enchant item and repair the second floor key we broke all the way back in the first episode. The item has been repaired. I think it's time. Let's go take a look at the second floor. Oh, somebody here at the house? Let's go take a look at that first. Somebody knocking? The call of the mansion beckons to Alex, drawing her back to uncover the family secrets it hides. Yeah, you hear the knocking, but no one's there. Just another sanity effect. Let's head upstairs. Yeah, the knocking's just going to keep happening. It doesn't do anything. You can't interact with it. Door is locked. Open it, and we finally get to explore the second floor. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the creepy bus that follows you. Yikes. What's in this room? Got creepy picture. Oh, some 38 revolver ammunition. Implies we might eventually get a revolver. One of the drawers in the dresser curiously has no keyhole. In its place is a small triangular design flanked by a magical symbol. So, can't open this with that dresser key we have. Ugh. So much creepiness. Alex questions the presence of a lush landscape amidst these other morbid pieces. Could it be a single ray of hope encircled by the encroaching darkness? Maybe. Let's go in here. Okay. Now I'll warn you, this is a moment that... No, you'll find out. Page from the journal of Maximilian Roives, one of her ancestors. It's with the tub here. Yeah, that is a notable jump scare moment, and first time I played this game, it freaked me the heck out. I did not like it at all. But let's check out this journal we found. Page from Maximilian Roives' journal. It reads, "Everything that brightened my life now engulfed me in darkness. I fed on the light of truth, yet starved on the shadows of lies. I have learned through my lifetime, but no less than a newborn baby." Well, that's charming. Let's head out and continue to explore. More creepy pounding of doors. See, can I look at this? Yeah. Serene painting of a luscious mountain valley, delicately rendered in oils. Time has taken its toll on the surface, which is soiled with dirt and scratches. It's cool looking, though. That's a Roives. I like that you can look at all these paintings. It's kind of a neat touch. Not a lot to see with them, but... Another bedroom. Chapter page has been hastily stashed behind the frame of the painting. Should Alex retrieve the chapter page? Sure. The Gift of Forever. And let's look around a little bit here. A musty aroma hangs in the air, and a layer of fine dust lies on all surfaces of the room. Seems as if no one has been in here for a long time. It's almost like a museum. More ammunition. Creepy painting. And before we check out the chapter page, let's wander just a little bit more. And we see a ghost. Much like when Edward appeared to her at the beginning, there was a ghost there. Let's check a few more rooms before we wrap it up. Ooh, too dark in here to do anything. Perhaps the circuit's been broken? Yeah, we're getting out of there. Wallpaper in this section of the hallway is oddly marred, as though the wall it sits on is not even with the rest of the room. Nope, don't want to examine again. Nothing we can do with that. Creepy. Let's leave that painting, or that stained glass window alone. So, you know what? I'm going to head back in here, where we found the painting, the chapter page. Next time, we will check out The Gift of Forever and experience somebody else's story. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.